So you think men and women are the same, huh? All right. A lot of you think that's true. To hear the supporters out there right now, yeah, it's all true. Let me destroy your paradigm real quick and tell you emphatically and not. And I know some of you will be out there like, what? You crazy, man? We're equal. What are you talking about? No, we're not. No, we're not. And let me get into it and explain why really briefly, and we'll get it over and done with. So, again, welcome to the show. I hope this catches somebody's eyes, somebody's ears. If this is your first time, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what you think of the content. So, it's a popular talking point these days that men and women are equal. But what does that really mean? What does it mean to be equal as men and women? And yeah, there's a story behind this, but that's another video for another day. What does it mean to be equal as men and women? Is that what you really want? Do you know what you're asking for? You know, it's funny when I pass by a construction site, all I see is about 20, 30 sweaty, dirty, dingy guys working hard. I don't see any women working at these construction sites. Where are all the women? Where's the equality? Right? Because there should be female construction workers, right? If we really want equality, I mean, these guys are in the union, they make good money. So why aren't women applying for these jobs? I don't know. Okay. What about when you're on a train? You ever been stuck on a train, right? Because of track work? Ugh, it's the worst. New York City, don't get me started. But you ever pass through, you know, those track workers and notice it's like 20, 30 sweaty, dirty, dusty, dingy guys? There's no women, digging on the tracks, operating the heavy machinery, laying down new tracks. You never see any women there. Where's the equality? I mean, like half of these workers should be women, right? Because again, good paying job. A lot of these guys are in the union. So it's not like there's no money there. Why don't I see women there? I don't know. So what does being equal really mean? Right? You go to the hospital, like almost all the nurses are women. But if you're equal, like half of those should be men, right? Do it on office building, or the secretaries are female, managers. Like, where's the men working here? You see, you want to be equal when it only suits you. And I'm talking strictly to the women. Because any guy that says that he wants to be equal to women, he lost his head. Okay? Any business place that you go to, if there's something heavy to be lifted up, the women want whatever guy that's working there to be the one to do it. Some of them will even say it outright, like, hey, can you get this for me? I don't want to break a nail. And let's just be honest. Okay. And it doesn't even have to be something heavy. If it's just something bulky, it's dusty, whatever, they don't want to touch it. Okay. I worked in jobs that were predominantly female. Whatever it was that had to be done, whether it's picking something up, moving something, getting something from a place that's high up, no, they want you, the guy, to do it. What you're really talking about is being treated fairly. That's what everybody should want, to be treated fairly, right? You don't get better treatment from this other person because you're a male or you're a female. And we're not the same. Don't get it twisted. We're not, right? There is no point in time during the month that a guy is gonna be like, excuse me, boss, I need to run to the store. I need to get some tampons. That is not a guy situation. Okay? So right there, a clear example. All right. As a woman, you get kicked in the crotch, you'll be okay. A guy gets kicked in the crotch, he done lost his mind, thought he went to heaven, saw Jesus, came back, all of that. Right? It is different because we are different. And the whole female liberation movement, that was just done to get more women in the workplace so that they could take taxes from two people instead of one and have you leave your kids to be raised by the state. Plain and simple. You think about it, it makes sense. The woman stays home. Obviously, the kids have somebody constantly there, no matter if something comes up at school or, well, even before they go to school, if, there's any need for an emergency, there's somebody always in the home. You have both people out working, something happens at school, now you gotta decide, or you gotta ask to take the day off or take some time off because your kid needs you. Everybody out there who has children, you know the story, you know how it is, right? So don't believe in the equality lie. We're not equals. And that should be okay. Every woman should be okay with a man being masculine. Every man should be okay with his woman being feminine. But there's some of you that are out there trying to flip the roles. And that's where we just, the whole place is going, this is what America's doing right now. Down spiral. Right? You go to any other culture, women stay in their feminine, men stay in their masculine. It's only here that people think, oh, you could reverse the roles, add 50 or so genders in between and wherever. And, you just get in where you would like to fit in. And no, that's confusion. All right. The Most High made man or man, then he made woman. Women can carry children. Men carry the life force which helps create that child. Different purposes. Men, flat chested. Now, don't get me started because there are some flat chested women. Agreed. It's fine. Even if you belong to the itty bitty committee, it's okay. Still a woman, whatever. But women generally have knockers. Why? To breastfeed. They're not just there, there's ornaments for you to advertise. Come on, admit it. They have a purpose, right? So let us start. It's a new year. It's 2022. Let us stop living in la la land and falling for the okey doke because other people are saying, oh, we're the same. No, we're not the same. And we're not equal. But that's okay. We've got this far because we've made progress in different areas. And a lot of progress women have made, let's be honest. There were men in place that allowed these things to happen. When this whole movement started, all the key people that could have knocked it down and say, hey, we're not having this. All these positions were held by men. The people asking were all women, but the people in position to be like, you know what? No, you're not getting any rights. Well, of course, they were white men, and some of these people were probably their wives and sisters and whatever, mothers. But yeah, so allow that. That's probably the sentiment. Okay. But you should be okay with being male and staying in your masculine form as a man. You should be okay with being female and staying in your feminine form as a woman. It has to be okay to accept that, because you don't accept it and then it's confusion. You're a woman, you try to be too masculine, then you have this issue of button heads with your man. Same goes for the opposite way. You're a man, you stay too much in this feminine thing, arguing back and forth. How is that helpful? How is that? What's that supposed to do? So for 2022, this is January 5th, 2022. Men, stay in your masculine form. Women, stay in your feminine form. There's nothing wrong with that. You do that, things will be better. You do the opposite, it's chaos.